Hand out, she holds. It's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke. That's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow. We can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the taste so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much more. We've all been here before. We've all been here before. We've all been here before. Hand out, she holds. It's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke. That's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow. We can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the taste so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much more. We've all been here before. We've all been here before.
Good evening, Shenandoah Esports community, and welcome back to our next week of broadcast. We're about halfway through our Rocket League season so far, and I am joined by our sophomore player in Kyazii, back again for your third season, and I believe your second interview this time around. I want to get you the feel for it. We've made it halfway through. Got, 3 weeks left in regular season competition. What are the vibes, really, for the team and for yourself right now?
Well, the vibes are up right now. We won our last game. Going into this game, we're just trying to have fun, keep the vibes up, just keep these games rolling.
Yeah. Hey, keep them rolling. I mean, congratulations once again on that win last week. It was very well earned, and we could really see that hard work of that new strategy being put into play between your team play. But I also want to talk about we have a lovely little stat card behind me. I'm not sure if you can fully see it because of the reflection, but I want to highlight some specific numbers, such as these shots here. One of the things that I know that you guys have been working on is implementing more of an all-around structure with you and Nate working on this offensive sort of focus. What has that adjustment been like for you, and what have you been really kind of working towards in that?
The overall adjustment has been great. Again, you can see the amount of shots that we have against the other teams that we played, and we're just all around just having a good strike force. Like, me and Nate are just going at the ball, letting Griff get his space, and we just gotta keep scoring goals.
Hey, someone's got to get it done somehow, and you've really been one of those players to kind of step it up as of recently. I remember watching during the little show match that we had during last week there, and we were having a bit of fun. We were having a bit of fun, and those are kind of the things that we like to see, is that positive energy that really comes into the team. And I want to hear from you, what does that feel like? It's like, I don't feel like there's ever a moment where I look over and there's not just smiles all over your team's faces.
The vibes are always up. We're just honestly trying to have a good time. We don't want to get down in the dumps after we get scored on. We just want to move on and just try to win the game.
And, this is going to be a really tough match for today. We just had our first win, but you are going up against Maryville. Pretty, internationally ranked here in terms of collegiate teams. It's a scary face to look at. And we're trying to go into it from a positive aspect. But what are kind of your expectations heading into today?
Well, we know that they're a strong team, and so we're going to mainly focus on defense and just stay calm under pressure.
Hey, I've seen this defense pop off, people, so I have some pretty high expectations for some saves, and that's also a department that I know we've seen you on, at least previously. Not as much this year, but last year you were our resident defender. So thank you, Kyazii, so much for joining us on the desk. We'll let you go back to the team, get on prepped. We got our matchup, Maryville versus Shenandoah University, coming up right after this break.
Shenandoah University is a big little university rising.
With 22 Division III sports teams, over 200 areas of study,
over 300 annual performances, an elite academic esports program,
nationally ranked health professions programs, one of the biggest university presences on Broadway,
immersive AR and VR learning programs,
cybersecurity and computer science programs, and innovative undergrad and graduate programs.
all at a place that cares for you.
Shenandoah University is the big little university rising. Find out more at su.edu/rising.
We have the Esports Arena right here on campus in Winchester, Virginia, and this facility acts as the hub for all esports activity at Shenandoah University. Students are able to use this space not just for competition and practices, but also as a living learning community and a sandbox for them to come and explore and practice and try out things related to and through esports in the gaming industry, so that they're getting that hands-on learning and the skills necessary to help them find a career by the time they graduate. We also have the professional level broadcast production booth, where we do all of our broadcasting and production, from casting of our games that we play right here on campus to working with outside entities to record footage for them as well. In addition to the space that we have here in the Esports Arena is the Esports War Room. Our students get to use that space for studying, but also outside projects. So our students get to use this space for professional development and the academic side of our esports program, which is such a critical component to go with that competitive element that we have. So we combine all of our facilities at Shenandoah University with competition, community, and career preparation. We have over 250 days of programming, and there's something for everybody, and we want you to be part of it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Shenandoah University broadcast. My name is Ben Kincaid, joined by Molly Dens. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm so excited for some more car soccer. Got a whole weekend full of it, and why not add a little bit more on top, especially with what we've been working on here at the Shenandoah University Esports Arena. Our Rocket League team got their very first win back down in week number 3, heading into week 4, and hearing from Kyazii just now, too. The vibes are positive, knowing that this will, of course, be a very difficult match, and arguably the most difficult of the season.
Yeah, this week we got Maryville, right?
Yeah.
If people don't know who Maryville is, they are very good at every game they play, pretty much, just about. They win a lot, so yeah, that's pretty much the nutshell of Maryville, right? As we take a look at the standings here real quick.
And the standings tell the whole story. Maryville 3-0 right now. Shenandoah, of course, we got that first win last week, and it's kind of been the story of progressive improvements, you know? These small steps that have been working towards implementing a different way of playing, working on synergy and comms, just kind of the small little things that you want to focus on that eventually build up to that bigger picture. So when you look at a team like Shenandoah, it's going to be hard. You know that Maryville are going to come out and be unrelenting. To give you guys a little bit of context of this so it doesn't sound like we're just like doom spreading here, Maryville has a team of players that have reached the professional level in RLCS, have competed in such, and even have come over from Europe to play on Maryville, a very strong region within the Rocket League scene. So it's going to be a rough match, and Shenandoah, they're going into it positive. I believe there was actually a little bit of a wager on the line from our competition coordinator.
Yeah, I believe so. I heard it from, I talked to Mango a little bit, and Eliminate, and they were like, if we get some goals, I think it was, what, like 4 goals, I think that they said, they get a case of Dr. Pepper at the end. So if this happens, we're obviously going to hold our competition coordinator to it, right? Dr. Pepper for the gang.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper is like the equivalent of like the lifeblood of the Rocket League team. Just for a little bit more context there. I don't think I've ever seen Griffin without like 2 Dr. Peppers in like his backpack. Like he's always prepared. He's got one all the time, all day. And I think he's kind of dragged the team into that same sort of habit too. They're just the Dr. Pepper team. Not sponsored, by the way, but you know, Dr. Pepper, if you are listening, that'd be kind of cool.
Oh yeah. Let us know. Let us know what you're feeling. That's the guy right there to get in contact with. If you're looking to do something like that. But yeah, so the team are very, very excited for this, right? I mean, Maryville, a very stacked roster. Qoallrk, Knight, and Relating Wave, I believe, are the 3 players on the side of Maryville. All SSL, all pro level players, like you said earlier. So yeah, I mean, very exciting to see what they do and a lot to learn from this matchup.
Yeah. It was kind of crazy too. Kyazii was talking about how Relenting Wave, one of the newest pickups on Maryville's roster, was somebody that inspired him to play competitive Rocket League, and now they find themselves within the same lobby playing against each other. So it's like it's a fun little tidbit, and like kind of how things go full circle. We are like Shenandoah, you want to get some goals on the board. You're looking to play a lot of defense coming into today. But you got to see how well you can hold. This is also a good test for the limits as we head into game number 1. Shenandoah versus Maryville. See what they got.
Yeah, Shenandoah on in the orange here. It's going to be Maryville in the blue. Qoallrk already trying to find Speed. Knight up in the air, trying to find this double tap, this repositioning, but a clear coming through from SU. But Speed, again, already there. The speed of Speed showing up early for Maryville.
Qoallrk looking for a center pass, but Eliminathan gotta get in the middle of that one. We kind of knew that the Hornets successfully can pull off some defense, and we'll eventually get some time in that blue part of the field. Just a matter of how long you can maintain control. You'll notice how Maryville is doing a wonderful job finding each other in connections. A shot from Knights. It's Mango to take that one out of the further corner.
Yeah, Mango able to rotate back, find that save. Qoallrk in the air, trying to get aggressive, but unable to find anything just yet. Now we see SU on the offensive, trying to find these angles. Shot on goal, just barely missing. Coming through from Mango. They're clear now from Speed, trying to catch up to it, but Kyazii able to get back in time, trying to find these clears now. But so far, a back and forth after the first minute.
Managed to keep it pretty ping-pongy, even though the quick start that we had here is synonymous with the speed game. Maryville a little bit more control over the boost so far, and have been trying to force this game to a higher pace. Another shot from Speed, attempted follow-up from Qoallrk, and that will be buried right into the top right corner. The Maryville Saints first.
Yeah, you can see Speed just finding that corner, tossing it up in the air, and then Qoallrk just in the perfect position to follow up on that one. The ball just hovering a little bit too long in front of SU's net, unable to find that clear. 1-0 in favor of Maryville now.
We've really seen Kyazii in particular kind of step it up on these more defensive plays. Eliminathan, we know him as Mr. Consistent around these parts for how good he is at just showing up exactly where you need him. Even if everything is looking grim, that's a banging shot from the top. Won't go in from Qoallrk, and this is kind of that relentless force that we were expecting from the Maryville Saints. So much prowess. That was 4 shots back to back to back, and eventually Qoallrk to find it home.
Yeah, Speed going off that post. Knight tossing it up off of the backboard. Opts not to go for that double tap as Qoallrk is in position down low to find that ball. And 2-0 in favor of Maryville already 2 minutes in.
Yep, go ahead and take the time with what you got and eliminate. A little bit of corner ball here. Wants to center it. No boost in the tank, though, and short-lived control for Shenandoah, even though it was a little bright spot in kind of this defense they've been stuck in thus far. Another tap-in from Qoallrk going up above, eliminate to meet it in the air. Another tap-in from Qoallrk. Qoallrk has been the main supporter here for Maryville, trying to feed that ball over to Speed, or more specifically, Knight, in this sense.
Yeah, I mean, Qoallrk has been everywhere so far for Maryville, offensively, defensively, trying to find these setups. 2 goals of their own, I believe, in this matchup. The 2 goals that Maryville has are off the back of Qoallrk. Now we can see Speed trying to find these touches off of this wall. We'll be able to do so, but running out of boost. We'll almost be able to find that clear, but you can already see Knight in position. Qoallrk there to receive it. I mean, that's just Maryville at its finest.
Well, what you'll notice, too, is a lot of times in higher levels of Rocket League, you'll see players that are on that backboard right above the net for plays just like that. You can't react to it if you're on the ground. Maryville perfectly angled the ball to land right into the clutches of Knight, and those are kind of the things that the Shenandoah Hornets, you're not going to see a lot in collegiate Rocket League in general. I'm in the wrong game right now. And the Hornets have done an incredible job with the defense, considering how aggressive Maryville have really been forcing this game to be. It's instead the Hornets that are eventually, they're forcing some of these clears. It just the rotates are a little bit too long. They're not grabbing the boost in the right orders just because that midfield line that the Saints managed to uphold.
Yeah, I know. Maryville doing a great job at commanding this center field, as we see an angle from Elim, able to get one Mango off of that backboard as well. Shenandoah, 1 on the board.
And 1 on the board and 1 closer to a Dr. Pepper case. That's a good one, too, from Nate. I mean, the pass to set up there from Mango. Mango's had an insane amount of goal participation. I'm not entirely sure what that number is after last week, but prior to it, it was over 87% that he either had a goal or an assist. And that number only continues to climb here. Shenandoah, a very team-oriented style, trying to connect these passes, where as Maryville been banking on Qoallrk for some of these solo plays, sure, but trying to find the other 2 players. Only the 3rd man on this roster. Nice bounce off the corner, eliminated on the goal line, quite ironically on that one. So Maryville stays in control.
Qoallrk now just trying to find this clear, able to find the demo onto Kyazii as well. 3v2 situation here for the time being, with Mango trying to maintain possession of the ball in midfield. Maryville just kind of waiting for a reset, waiting to get this boost back up after finding that clear. Kyazii back off of respawn as well. Mango trying to get aggressive, but won't commit just yet to anything.
Yeah, if you're going to go for big booming clears like we would see previously, there's just not a chance you can regain control. And with how picture perfect that lob was from downfield, I believe that was a good old hit off of Speed, a pass to himself. Was almost going for a double tap, but it didn't even need it with that angling. Kyazii had the right idea on the save. Shenandoah are a very defensive roster. They had to switch up their playstyle because they realized, hey, we're pulling way too much on our own end. It's just a team like Maryville that's forcing them to go back to their own roots. But just as I say that, okay, Kyazii, go ahead, prove us wrong.
I mean, yeah, Mango off of that kickoff, able to send it off of that post, and then Kyazii just follows up. No one back for Maryville to find that save. 2 on the board now for Shenandoah, 2 goals away from some sweet, sweet Dr. P.
Hey, 2 goals away from tying this up, too. This is a lot closer than I think the Hornets were expecting to play. I mean, even talking to Kyazii earlier, it's hard to see a full, almost near pro lineup in Maryville and be like, this is going to be fun. Like, it's not. And the fact that this team is still going into it with a positive mindset and performing as well as they have so far, it's a pretty decent achievement. All things considered here, it just plays like this from Qoallrk and Knight. They catch the Hornets sleeping. It still doesn't go in, though. It was a demolition from Eliminate, then after the wide open net. And Kyazii, a little bit of a carry back. Close one for SU.
Elim now trying to get back on the save. Won't be able to connect, but the post will be able to find the save instead. Mango now with a clear no boost to his name, not able to get there in time. Well, maybe, just maybe, but no. Maryville able to find the saves. 5 seconds left, counting down. It's looking like game 1 is going to go the way of Maryville in the air and almost in the goal. I had to hold my breath there for just a second. I was like, no way. But no, Maryville take game 1 cleanly.
Yep, 1 and done. And it could have been 5-2, but hey, you know what? It's like those. Yeah. And like this is, I'm gonna look at the stats here just on my screen right now. There's not that much differential when you look at it. All things considered, 8 shots coming up from SU in comparison to the 13. 5-shot difference. in normal circumstances, I'd be like, oh dear. But that is actually a pretty darn good success rate considering only 4 of those ended up going in. And ratio-wise, 25% accuracy off of your shots. You'll take that any day of the week, regardless of what team you're playing.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, the defensive side of SU has been looking strong all year, right? This is something that they worked on, trying to see, like, all right, how can we balance this offensive aggression that we've had in the past to really sit back and limit these goals so we don't have to play only through this offensive side. And it's looked a lot better, right? We just saw it there against Maryville. What you said, 13 shots on goal, only 4 going in. They're steadily improving in that department, and it's very nice to see.
And like, that's kind of what I think they're almost surprising themselves in a way. Like, when you're trying to work on these transitions between defense and offense and back, Rocket League is a very fluid game. It's not like soccer where you're going to have a dedicated goalie, a dedicated offense, and something like that. Everyone needs to be able to do everything. That's kind of the current meta of Rocket League. And with a Hornets team that has always preferred to play defenses, to play reactionary, they've gotten really good at it, sure, and it helps them hold their own in a series such as this one. We're getting ready to head into game number 2 here. Maryville Saints with the series lead as of now, but the Hornets, fresh slate to work with. Let's see what they can come up with.
Qoallrk in the corner, no boost to use. We already see Mango going for this clear. Kyazii has a whole lot of boost to his name. Elim trying to go for the touch, but unable to get there in time. Qoallrk able to find the save, pushing that one away from Maryville's goal. Kyazii playing a little patient, but unable to do anything with it just yet. But a shot from Qoallrk, the double tap will come through. I mean, that's just Qoallrk, right? That's just Qoallrk.
I mean, that's what you expect from Qoallrk. And you see this guy come into Maryville, now the second year on the team, and he's going to put up shots like that. There's just not a chance for you to defend that unless you're literally already on the backboard where that ball is going to hit. And that in itself is a very difficult to read to get. The touches from Shenandoah so far have been pretty impactful. Like the 50s that we're seeing taken with Knight in particular. Qoallrk hasn't been getting nearly as many challenges, but SU are still attempting to throw themselves, try to take these 50s as much as they can, even if they're not favored to win them out.
Yeah, no, and I love the aggression, right? You're not just sitting there letting yourself get rolled over. You're playing aggressive, trying to find these plays as Knight finds one of his own. I mean, that's just a beautiful pass play coming through, I believe, from midfield. There's some speed up in the air, and Knight just able to get that touch just barely under Kyazii. A great touch coming through from the Maryville player.
That's a ghost touch if I ever saw one. I didn't see the contact of the car, but clearly some sort of hitbox that I didn't see. A good point from Maryville, nonetheless. Let's see what else they can come up with. Speed has really been putting up these assists here. Wants to get on some of the scoring action himself, but it's Knight, the team bump. Oh, dang. The Saints just took each other out. Opportunity for Elim, for maybe did downfield carry. Problem with that, though, you're very easy to read. The demos come through with no problem whatsoever. Said Mango. Another attempted hit towards this top corner, but it's Qoallrk in his favorite type of territory. If it wasn't that bump midair from Elim, we might be seeing a much different outcome.
Yeah, I know Qoallrk was poised and ready to go for that goal, but Elim, that contact midair, like you said, able to change the trajectory now. Has to get back on defense, but won't be able to do so. Knight with the assist, Speed with the goal. 3-0 Maryville in game 2.
Oh, and look at that touch from Knight. Just bumps it right over the fender there of Mango's car, and he was so close yet so far. And those are kind of the reads that the Saints are known for. You have so much time, so much experience playing the game. It's like you can map out in your head exactly where this ball is going to end up way before it gets there. And that's where you're able to pull out some of these incredible plays. The big hits from the Hornets downfield, easy enough for Maryville to get their hands back on them. Shenandoah, even attempting in the short passes, have been getting quite stuffed on their own angles and have been taking less 50s ever since. They're playing more defensive in this net and trying to get something to deny this blackboard that Maryville seem to love so much.
Yeah, Maryville playing very, very well in the air thus far. We can already see it again. Knight almost taking that one right into the net, but Kyazii able to find that clear instead. Mango trying to catch up, but the rotates from Maryville are so clean. Everyone is back on that midfield, able to find those saves. Qoallrk going for that double tap, but unable to find it off of that backboard.
Yeah, Qoallrk's kind of going for the dunks here. Maryville have had some excellent aerial dribbles so far, and we managed to connect them with teammates. Will find themselves in the back, and it was an awkward hit, though, out of Kyazii, and not the bounce you're exactly looking for if you're a Hornets fan. It'll be Knight taking it now. Aerial dribble, pass up to Qoallrk. Couldn't quite find it. And instead, it's Kyazii, center in front of the net, up for Elim, but the save is there.
Yeah, Kyle's able to find that demo onto Mango as well, stopping the offensive push coming through. Kyle trying to get a little fancy, but unable to find anything with that one. Mango in the air, trying to find the pass off the backboard. Kyazii unable to capitalize. Elim now back on defense, but Mango able to get that demo. Clear coming through from the Hornets yet again. Qoallrk in position, able to find that one, pushing that away from the goal for Maryville.
Seen a lot more demos in this game number 2. The Hornets are like, all right, we can't beat them in the aerial mechanics game. Well, we can at least try to stop the little clockwork thing we've got going on by making it explode in one way or another. Fortunately, hasn't really done too much. The few opportunities on offense that the Hornets have looked good, but you're just a fraction of a second behind Maryville. And in Rocket League, that makes all the difference. Thing between scoring and not. We're approaching the final minute here in game number 2, and it's all Qoallrk on this ball. The touches from this guy continue to go up, but what is that out of Elim? Maryville even tried to get the save on this one.
Yeah, Elim just finds this clear on target, perfectly placed Speed, trying to get back in time. It hits the crossbar, but the positioning of Speed's car just places it very gently into the goal for SU, but Elim with a great clear, great opportunity taken from the Hornets.
That's what we call a skill check shot right there. Bank it from downfield like that, and no one's home, and like, oh shoot, we got a little too confident there. Hornets still not a team to underestimate, even if Maryville do hold a 2-goal lead for the time being. Could change any moment, but not many moments left in this game right now, and with how well Maryville are essentially playing keep away with the Hornets, it's difficult to come up with any form of offense at this point.
Yeah, I mean, 30 seconds remaining. Elim getting
Flip
demoed
reset.
as well. The flip reset coming through from Speed. Won't be able to find it. Mango now in the air. No boost. Can't catch up in time. We see Kyazii flying across the screen as well. But Maryville back on that defensive rotation, able to find these clears. Mango again trying to make something happen. Won't be able to beat Qoallrk to that ball, but might be able to find this cross.
Oh, there's the 4!
That is, oh yeah, that's 4!
That's the 4! They
Dr.
did it.
Pepper.
Woo! Team Dr.
For
Pepper.
RL squad. I mean, yeah, Mango able to find that clear. Kyazii in prime position, 9 seconds left. We've seen very fast goals from this SU squad already, so maybe this is one of them right here off of this kickoff.
Gotta get some kickoff shenanigans going, but it's not the hit that the Hornets wanted to make. Mango with the whiff mid-air. It drops down to Kyazii. Speed with the interception. It's going to be close with this ball dangerously close to the ground. No boost left in the tank. It'll be Maryville taking game number 2, but only by a single goal. I'm looking at their face. You guys can't see their face cams just yet. There is some, I was seeing some teeth. I was seeing some happy faces going on.
I mean, they just know they cashed in, right? They cashed in on the Dr. Pepper. Mango is extremely happy now, right? His job has been done. But, I mean, in that game too, right? It was a lot closer. 3-2. Those last 2 goals looked pretty clean as well. Mango able to find that cross to Kyazii to bring them within 1. Yeah. Looked very clean, very calculated, and life is still in the Hornets right now.
I mean, they're making do with what they can, and hey, I'm looking at the stats here. You only had 2 saves that entire game out of all those shots that came in. Like, that isn't bad at all. You scored on 2/3 of the shots you did take. This is a good look from the Hornets. They're making do with those offensive opportunities that they are allowed to have, and it does show that the Saints, when they do get overconfident, as we did see them there at the start of game 2, there's going to be a player, there's going to be a team that wants to take advantage of it and punish it. So I think that's the one way that the Hornets really can come back into this series, is that they know that they're the underdogs. Maryville knows that this is the underdog team, and that can cause you to let your guard down just a little bit. The Hornets can sneak in these points here and there. It's only adding up, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, 2 goals in game 1 and game 2. Right? It was 4-2 in game 1, 3-2 there in game number 2. As we kick off for game number 3, we are already seeing Speed and Knight on the offensive side for Maryville. Unable to find anything with that one just yet, as SU's able to find this clear. But yeah, I mean, there's hope, right? They have shown the ability to score and find these defenses. Knight trying to find that tap, but unable to do so. The ball moving just slightly too fast for him to catch up to, and now lob saved by Calix. Elim with the shot.
That was a good touch from Elim. They were trying to find Kyazii in that field, but got taken out by a teammate. Sending Maryville. 2 defenders double committing onto that ball. Not an ideal situation, but look how aggressive Elim is getting now. Goes for the double tap himself, something that is very uncharacteristic from this player. Like, you heard me get so loud there. Usually we're used to seeing him in that midfield or maybe towards the back end, but that is that offense that he's been working so hard to perfect.
Yeah, I mean, Elim looking pretty good right now on this offensive side. We're so used to seeing him on that defensive side, like you said, so it's definitely nice to see him pulling up with some of these shots here. But here in Game 3, I mean, SU has had a lot more control that they've had all series long. I mean, Mango able to find that demo onto Calix as well. A shot again. Calix off of Respawn, able to find that save. But yeah, right now, the ball, majority of the time in game number 3, has been in this blue half.
Yeah, it's looked better and better here, and that's what I think is most impressive, because we're used to seeing Shenandoah, of course, go for plays like that. Hang on, nice flick at the end there. But at a time when you're down 2-0 like this, we usually see the performance start to decline. You get in your own heads, and that's true with any sort of competitor. That's a very difficult thing to try to break, but it's almost like being down this far, or maybe it's just the Dr. Pepper. I don't know what it is. The Hornets are still feeling it. Like, they're still putting up these shots regardless of that, and it even managed to outshoot Maryville for the time being.
Yeah, they're going for 2 cases, right? Surely. Oh, but no. Knight able to find that one instead. First goal in Game 3 goes towards Maryville. I mean, that's just Knight playing off of this corner to perfection. Elim flipping just barely the wrong way, unable to find that save. Maryville, the first ones on the board.
Yeah, Elim was predicting more of a far post type of shot, and then Knight saw where he was, identified that there wasn't much boost left for the last man standing there, and kind of walked it right on home. Lowest scoring game, at least we've had at this point in the game, about halfway through now. Kyazii, kind of a push out to Mango, got a full tank of boost, but the problem is when you move so slow like that, you're literally going to get blown up. Calix has been on a tear in terms of demos.
Speed now trying to find this pinch, but again, Knight getting slightly in the way of Speed's antics there. But still, Maryville up that 1-0. Kyazii trying to find the clear. Elim will be able to find it instead. Knight leading that one in the air. Speed able to get across, find that push. Shenandoah unable to capitalize on that ball falling right in front of the net, but still the aggression coming through from Maryville, finding all these shots off of these posts, just barely not going in, but Speed instead will be able to follow up from midfield. 2-0 now for Maryville.
Yeah, all of these little touches that Maryville were kind of going for, Calix is like, oh shoot, Speed's like, don't mind if I do. I'll go ahead and take that one on in, and yeah, Maryville are just very conscious of what this ball is. If it's bouncing in front of the line like that, you're able to make a triple commit. Even if it puts you out of position, high risk, high reward plays do pay off in the best ways. Sometimes, and that's the case for the Saints so far. Mango, a rather low ground dribble. It does manage to maintain control, predicted the bump that would come onto the ball, managed to get it centered for Elim. Kyazii now the third man to commit in the event that Mango can't rotate back. They hold on this midfield line a little bit longer. That's what we need to see.
Yeah, we see these passes, right? Mango trying to find that drop right into Elim. The demo coming through as well. Kyazii, Mango, these follow-ups coming through from SU. The offense is starting to click, but the defense from the Saints is just so strong right now, not letting anything pass.
I'm also seeing Mango come alive. Like, I think in the past, 30 seconds here, I've seen him touch the ball, close to 10 times, both in saves and shots, and he's certainly feeling it right now as we're heading into the last couple of minutes here, and a wonderful save out of Kyazii, too. Trying to get aggressive with this one to Kyazii. I understand the goalpost is kind of cool. It's nice. You want to give it a hug sometimes. That time, though, the ball, I think, wanted it a little bit more. Be third now for Maryville after that.
Yeah, that post definitely had something to say to Kyazii.
It looked huggable.
Right? Yeah, no, he was like, oh, I love you, post. Come on over here. Let me give you a big old hug. And, well, he did that, but the ball went right by.
Yeah, and those things just happen sometimes. You see it even at the highest levels, and, you learn from it, and you go ahead and move on. Shenandoah don't necessarily want to go out scoreless. They managed to get a goal every game so far, except this one. Now find themselves an opportunity. Mango, though, Kyazii very low boost, pops over the head. All right, that makes up for it right there. Broke the Saints' ankles, and that's the Hornets on the board.
I mean, yeah, that's Kyazii all by himself. Qoallrk trying to get back in time speed as well, but that slight little flip just barely under that crossbar, able to get SU on the board. That's goals in every single game thus far for the Hornets, looking strong.
Yep, 5 total. Kyazii in particular, been stepping up out of all of that, so much as you love to see it. Oh, you almost had a second there if Knight didn't get that demo. Shenandoah had a third. Perhaps there's a chance, but he's back from the grave. Relatively early speed, playing the backboard well, but Mango gets the read on the bounce. Unfortunately, taken a little bit too far on the outside. 15 seconds to go here. Elim continuing to fire this away for Maryville, yet it's Knight and speed, double committing, confirming the save, and likely the Saints win.
Yeah, the placements from these shots as well from SU coming up strong, but as you say, 1 second left. The dribble unable to come through. Maryville will take a clean sweep, 3-0 against the Hornets.
Yep, good old-fashioned clean sweeperinos today. Maryville University, you expected it from them. This is the most experienced team within the entire division. Honestly, it might be one of the best playing in NACE. Like, this is a team that's literally going to make the finals out of the, 300-some schools that are competing right now. So, an opponent that did not need to be underestimated. The Hornets knew what they were getting into today, and I think are still very happy with their performance. Even if you didn't win the game, you did win yourself some Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, right, it's still a win, right? You
is.
get that delicious Dr. Pepper in your system, right? But yeah, even throughout these games, they did look strong defensively and finding these passing angles as well. Able to find goals in every single game, scored 5 throughout the series. They did not look bad by any means whatsoever against a star-studded roster.
You go ahead and take that. And after getting your first win in week 3, you had some troubles. And I know that there are some games that they knew were winnable. And it was just not their day. It wasn't their day again. Today, though, we're seeing it from Boxley. We're seeing that same life that we saw in week 3, which it does give a lot of positive hope. And really, I say hope, but like almost guarantee for what the rest of the season has to hold. This is week 4 out of 7 that are going to be within the regular season. So we're going to go ahead and keep an eye on what this team still has to pull. I mean, they're playing in NECC as well. You have plenty of opportunity to practice with that, and it's only going up here from this team.
Yeah, no, I mean, a great week 4 performance bouncing off of that week 3 win as well. But that will do it tonight for us for our Rocket League. Stay tuned for tomorrow. We have, I believe, another triple header. We got Overwatch, Smash Bros.
Quadruple header.
And League. There's a quadruple header.
Smash, Overwatch, Smash,
okay.
League of Legends. We got 2 Smash games, quadruple header.
I love to see it. We will be sending off for tonight. However, come back tomorrow around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock as well. We'll be just going all night. We will see you next time.